Hey, what's up guys, Gabe here. Hey, so the long-awaited Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp just launched for the Nintendo Switch, so I thought I'd go ahead and take a break from playing and come up here and share my thoughts with you. And full disclosure guys, I haven't played the originals on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I know, it's terrible, how dare I. So I am going to this experience fresh, but I feel that speaks even more to the quality of these two titles for the fact that even without the nostalgia, I have been having an absolute blast with these games so far. Everything about the seemingly simplistic nature of the mechanics and objectives when you begin your campaign is quickly knocked right out of the park by an ever-deepening, robust, strategic turn-based RPG experience. The battles, while starting out simple enough, giving you the chance to build up some confidence in your strategy, and learning the mechanics such as the different ranges of your troops and vehicles, each having their strengths and weaknesses on the battlefield, quickly evolve into more and more complex and challenging encounters, from the ground, air, and sea. You'll begin with a good variety of combat vehicles to deploy, along with infantry and mech troops, and much like the opportunities that you'll face, your arsenal will gradually expand and evolve, allowing you to learn how to use each without the threat of being tossed in blind. The gameplay mechanics can also be explained by a brief, yet very informative tutorial by Commanding Officer Nell. But you can also decline the tutorial and jump right into the action if you like, or if you have already played the originals and have a good grasp on how the game works. You can also always call her up on the walkie if you do have any questions or concerns throughout your playthrough. The game does a great job in explaining all the actions, yet it really doesn't hold your hand while doing so, allowing you to organically explore the field of battle and UI, which by the way is a huge standout in this game to me. It is one of the most refreshing, to the point, and smoothest executions of a UI that I've seen in a very long time, which is definitely a staple of the majority of solid first-party Nintendo titles. Now each turn is represented by a number of days when you finish your troop movement. It'll conclude day 1, the enemy's movements will be day 2, and so on. The majority of my skirmishes so far have lasted around 17 to 20 days, and sometimes hitting the 30-day mark when the map sprawls out a little more or the fog of war sets in. The matches are set up in such a way that every turn is so fun and exciting, leading you to feel like a bona fide military genius. It's like, hold up, am I General Patton all of a sudden? I'm like some benevolent Napoleon or some shit. And after every battle is complete, I'm always thinking, okay, just one more. Another really cool feature is the CO roster, with each CO acting as a hero character, having his or her own strength represented by special moves on the battlefield. These special moves are called CO powers, and can be utilized once the power is charged up. But don't forget that the opposing army also has a CO with some equally strong powers, so select your movements accordingly. The graphics and music are also top-notch, with the graphics having a nice, clean anime-style aesthetic, with some very nice character and battle animations, and fully animated cutscenes. The graphics and music also reminded me a lot of Mega Man 64 back in the day, with its bright and colorful pseudo-anime-style graphics, and simple yet fun-as-hell gameplay. Now again, I've never played the originals, and I know that the graphics are the one sore spot that most of the long-term fans have. However, I personally really enjoy the look and feel that the developers over at WayForward went for, and I think that it completely fits the entire vibe laid out. The game's maps are also really fun to play through and explore, with each one having its own unique look and feel, and natural obstacles to overcome, or to adapt and to use for your own strategic advantage, such as having your infantry or mech units up on a cliffside, allowing you to see further while battling against the fog of war, and with the ability to lay down some very damaging firepower. Or by taking cover in wooded areas, concealing your location, and engaging the enemy with some guerrilla-style warfare. But as with the CO powers, always keep in mind that the enemy can and will utilize these same environmental advantages. All in all, I really have nothing negative so far as to say about this game. The gameplay has been super fun and just so addictive. The game does offer online play and local multiplayer. I haven't messed around with those yet, so I can't really say how those experiences would be. However, I can only hope that Nintendo didn't go full Mario Strikers, and actually made the online and multiplayer as good as these campaigns have been. And I think it goes without saying that I highly recommend that you pick up Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp for the Nintendo Switch as soon as you can, especially if you're like me and you've never experienced these games before. I would say this game is also a really good entry point for anyone that has ever wanted to delve into the realm of strategy RPGs, but I've always been kind of turned off by the complex nature, or seemingly challenging aspects. This is a great beginner strategy game, not taking itself too seriously, but also offering a lot for veteran strategy fans with its complex action and robust battles. And now after playing these, I really hope that Nintendo remakes the sequels, Days of Ruin and Dual Strike. I don't know, maybe release it as another twin pack, or just add it as DLC to this current game. But what do you guys think? Have you already been playing this game? or are you still on the fence about picking this game up? Let me know in the comments below, and go ahead and call in an artillery strike on that like and subscribe button. It would help out a lot. But most importantly, guys, have yourself a good day, and I'll see you on the next video.